check out that opening.
Look at that. Hey, all day today, we have been bringing you behind-the-scenes looks at the new Broadway at the Eccles season. Mean Girls, The Band's Visit, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Hamilton, a big one, Ain't Too Proud, Jesus Christ Superstar, and To Kill a Mockingbird, all coming to the Eccles Theater downtown.
Some very exciting stuff. And here with us today is Carole Mikita. And Carole, we want to start with one of the shows that you watched, loved, To Kill a Mockingbird.
Indeed, I did, and I really think this is going to be of great interest to everyone. Of course, the book is beloved, but people should understand that this script was written on Broadway by Aaron Sorkin, who is an Academy Award-winning scriptwriter, and you know his is very quick-paced, and it is very so that when you see this production, it will be familiar, but it will also move along in a different way. And as you can tell, the children here are played by adults. And you wonder, how does that work? But that's the beauty of it. It does work. It brings a heightened emotion because they're looking back so often. It's a beautiful production that is very emotional. And the story is familiar, but yet it's told from a little different angle. And the interesting part is that Richard Thomas, who was here with the Tabernacle Choir for the Christmas production performances, will be playing Atticus Finch.
Oh, that's a big deal.
So I think Utah audiences, Salt Lake audiences really enjoy him, and it will be interesting to see him play this role.
So we know the story, but we're going to be at the edge of our seat to see kind of how it's interpreted.
I think so.
Okay.
I think you will love this one.
And another one we wanted to discuss, The Band's Visit. You actually haven't seen it yet, but very excited to see this one.
I really was hoping that it would be on Broadway when we were back there doing our interviews, but it is an interesting. Last season we had this little show, as I say little because it's 90 minutes with no intermission, called Come From Away, and it was wonderful. This is the same kind of thing. An Egyptian band, 8 members, are setting out to play in a cultural event in Israel, except they tell the bus driver the wrong name of the town and end up in this little tiny desert village where nothing is going on, clearly. And the bus is gone, and they have no way of getting out for 24 hours. And so what happens is that these people are forced to get to know each other. And very interesting relationships take place in a 24-hour period. Yeah. And surprisingly, it won 10 Tony Awards, as you can see the audience reaction there. It just touched everyone's heart. I'm very excited about this one. Yeah. I can't wait to see it.
A lot of talent on that stage. You see, performers, but they know their instruments as well.
That's it. That's the beauty of this, is that you're bringing in little known or less familiar instruments from the Arab world. And yet, for those who have traveled to the Middle East, there's something familiar, people say, about the music that they can't quite put their finger on, So I think it will be a lovely experience for everyone. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Well, hard to talk about theater in Utah without talking about one of your good friends, Fred Adams.
Yeah, a dear man who just passed away very early this morning. He had battled cancer for a number of years. But this is, of course, the founder of the Utah Shakespeare Festival. Imagine this, a professor in 1961 who decides for his own thesis, why don't I do a festival out on the lawn at what is now Southern Utah University. And it is now attracting 150,000 people a year, bringing $90 million into Utah's economy. So talk about visionaries.
Right.
And a man who obviously can think large, but I will say, I went with my husband last year to the festival, and we said to ourselves, well, we've got to find Fred. And we didn't have to find Fred. We pulled up, and there was Fred weeding and watering the flowers outside the theater.
Oh my goodness.
And greeting visitors like us.
And
so it does. It says everything about his personality. Very touching.
What a joy to know him, and we're glad that you got to know him so well and share his
Was that on a
us.
story that you first met him, or how did that whole friendship start?
Exactly. I remember it was 1980, so I'm dating myself, Matt. I stepped onto the property, and I thought to myself, what's this feeling? And, there is a natural feeling about any theater where there's a lot of hustle and bustle and creativity going on. But I soon came to learn it was a little bit more than that. was sort of the spirit of Fred and Barbara Adams, who a long time ago at the fluffy bundle laundromat sat down and said, let's do Shakespeare on the lawn. And then all of a sudden, this happened. It's attracting people from all over the country. These are equity actors and directors and scene designers and costumers who are at the top of their profession. And they're spending the summer in Cedar City because they want to. So, yeah, I think he's affected lives. I was talking to our own floor director, Ashley Bigby, she and her colleagues won a competition at the Utah Shakespeare Festival just a few years ago.
Wow.
So he touched every generation.
That's awesome. He may be gone, but his spirit will continue.
I believe
through
it
all
will.
of it.
Yep,
Carole, thank you so much for joining us
My
today.
pleasure.
We
Thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
me.